Are you serious? Are you serious, guys? Well, we're very serious, and welcome to the Coming Apocalypse. This is the YouTube version of the Coming Apocalypse. We're very, very serious. And Russia, China, New World Order, Mike from around the world. Let me tell you all about that in just a moment. But first, let's put a shout out right now, if we could, to www.ketowithpaul.com. That's www.ketowithpaul.com. One of the easiest ways that I recommend jumpstarting a new diet plan is with this amazing keto powder. This substance helps you tap into many of the weight management benefits of being in ketosis, even without the need for extreme carb restrictions or having to go through the infamous keto flu. I'm impressed because in just about a week or so, I've noticed that people are saying that they've seen significant differences in appetite and cravings. And I want you to try it as well. Experience the amazing effects that it can have on you and save 51% off while receiving several free bonuses before their spring sale ends. Simply go right now to the link below. I got that ready for you. www.ketowithpaul.com. That's www.ketowithpaul.com. Folks, you will be very glad that you did. I guarantee it. Well, it's incredible what's going on here, but I have to tell you, a powerful, powerful meeting has taken place. And now last night, I interviewed Mike from around the world for the webinar. I can tell you now, it is the most, you know what? I've been interviewing Mike since 2013, okay, for 10 years. He was never more candid, never more plainer, never more revealing than he was last night for the webinar, Cataclysmic Apocalypse. He tells the entire stone steps account, the entire dream, who it's in it, who gets brought down the stone steps, what does it all mean? And so he shares the entire dream. Then he shares the intel that he has, that he is a knowledge of to, and explains exactly what's going on right now. And it's scary. It will raise the hair on the back of your head. So if you haven't got your ticket for the webinar, absolutely make sure you get that. Okay, make sure you do that. Absolutely don't wait around. And don't miss Mike from around the world tonight. He'll be joining me at 9 p.m. Eastern tonight. That's 9 p.m. Eastern tonight with Mike from around the world. Now, also, I interviewed him for Patreon, an exclusive 15-minute interview that has to do with Russia, China, and the New World Order. And he, of course, takes his inside information, and it's incredible. Now, this meeting took place this week, and matter of fact, let me just show you. Here's what one of the news articles said. But you'll want to go to Patreon to get this 15-minute exclusive interview with Mike from around the world. Let's look at this right here. President Xi Jinping predicts change not seen in 100 years as he departs Russia, and Vladimir Putin meeting. Australia's leading news site is saying in a meeting that is likely to stir concern in the West, Chinese President Xi Jinping and his Russian counterpart Vladimir Putin pledged to drive significant changes that have not been seen in 100 years. The statement came during their meeting in Moscow, where they signed a number of agreements aimed at boosting bilateral cooperation on various issues. The two leaders have cultivated a no-limits friendship since announcing it in February of 2022. Putin had invited President Xi to visit the Russian capital, which led to the two publicly discussing strengthening their special relationship. The two nations have also condemned the United States' attempt to create an unipolar world controlled by Washington. And while the talks were dominated by positive overtures, Putin voiced his opposition to Britain's decision to provide depleted uranium ammunition to Ukraine, along with 14 next-generation battle tanks. Putin warned that the delivery could increase the risk of nuclear collision. He argued that the United Kingdom's move marked a step towards using weapons with a nuclear component. Putin has made several combative remarks suggesting Moscow's preparedness to deploy its vast nuclear arsenal, particularly since the invasion of Ukraine last year. The UK responded by dismissing Putin's allegations as disinformation, pointing out that depleted uranium is a standard component used in armor-piercing shells. Nothing less, Putin's comment has raised alarms in the West, where concerns are growing over the security situation in the region. Furthermore, Putin and President Xi criticized the AUKUS Security Pact, which seeks to develop a nuclear-powered submarine program in Australia with the United States and Britain. So this was a huge situation last night, but that's what the public has been told. That is not at all the story. Mike from the World, I interviewed him last night, and he breaks down the Russia-China New World Order. They literally are discussing a new world order. And how they're going about it, that's a whole different story. Matter of fact, let me share with you some more on this very subject right here. And so Putin, along with President Xi, denounced the pact, further complicating the security dynamics in the Asia-Pacific region. Many of the provisions of peace plan put forward by China can be taken as the basis for a peaceful settlement with Kiev, and the West will be ready for it, Putin said, after talks with Chinese leader Xi Jinping. However, so far we have not seen such readiness on their part. But it was one particular comment during Xi's departure that showed some of the recently re-elected leader's hand. Change is coming. That hasn't happened in 100 years. And we're driving this change together, President Xi told Putin via his interpreter, before telling his dear friend to please take care. So guys, what is this change that hasn't been seen in 100 years? And what do you mean about China and Russia and a new world order? Well, this is why we interviewed Mike from around the world. Mike from around the world, last night I interviewed him. It's on Patreon, just posted it on Patreon. If you're a member of Patreon, go there right now and watch it. It's about 14 to 15 minutes. It is shocking information. It is exclusive from Mike from around the world. It is a very, very vital information, and you'll be able to watch it exclusively at my Patreon channel. Just go to www.patreon.com/Paul Begley. And if you're already a member of Patreon, go there right now, click on the screen, right at it, click it a second time, and it will play, okay? Right on the screen, click it, and then click it, and then it will play. So make sure you go there right now. If you're not a member of my Patreon channel, you need to sign up now. It's very easy to do, and you give what you want. It's up to you, whatever you want to give a month. Most people give $5. Some give more. Some give less. You do what you want to do. I just want you to get this information. You need it. It's exclusive. Go to my Patreon channel right now and hear what Mike from around the world had to say about this. Now, I have to tell you, it's incredible. So go to Patreon. Make sure you watch this exclusive video. It will help you understand what Russia and China and the New World Order is about. It's huge. And it's their words. And then I just read you their words, and then Mike gives you the rest of the story exclusively. But that's not the only thing we did last night. I also interviewed Mike for the webinar. And there is no question, folks. There is no question. Mike from the World dropped the bomb of all bombs. You've been wanting to know about the stone steps. You've been saying that, you really think it's time that we find out about these stone steps. Who is the person on the stone steps? What does that all mean? Well, Mike explains it all in about an hour and 15-minute presentation. It will be on the webinar. Go there now and get your ticket. Get your ticket now. Go to www.paulbegleyprophecy.com. That's www.paulbegleyprophecy.com and get your ticket now. We got 1 day left. The webinar starts tomorrow night at 6 p.m. It starts exactly in 24 and a half hours. Get your ticket right now. One way to do it is just go to my website. Go to paulbegleyprophecy.com and order your ticket now. Another way to get it is pick up the phone. I got 2 phone lines open right now. Call one line, 765-414-2230. That's 765-414-2230. Or call the other line, 765-414-6299. That's 765-414-6299. Call the numbers now and get your tickets. Some of you have already got your ticket. A lot of you haven't got your tickets yet. We have 24 hours. Now, here's why I want you to do it tonight. Do it tonight so that the staff is able to get your ticket, get your email ready, get your link ready, and exactly at 6 o'clock tomorrow night Eastern, 6 o'clock Eastern, boom, the mass email will go out with your link on it. We got to get it, though, to get it in the system. I got to get your ticket in the system, so you got to get your ticket. So let's do this tonight. I'm going to be with you all night. Matter of fact, I'll be live with you at 9 o'clock when Mike from around the world joins me. But I'm telling you, I am not, the 2 things that Mike just told me yesterday, this meeting right here with President Xi and President Putin, that we put that exclusively on Patreon. You can go watch that right now. Go join my Patreon channel. Go watch that right now. But if you want to know about the stone steps, if you want to know what's about to happen, and if you want to know who and what and where it's all involved, the fate of America. I'm just going to say that. Mike reveals the entire stone step and where we're at right now and what's about to happen. It is shocking. It's on the webinar, Cataclysmic Apocalypse. And if there was ever that name, Cataclysmic Apocalypse, I don't know if it even does justice to what Mike said is coming to America. Now, also, we got Stan Deyo with a tremendous presentation on that webinar. Unbelievable, really. And he shares to you what's coming to New Zealand. Insane. And also the world, for that matter. And then there's Stephen Ben Danoon. Shocking information that he reveals after meeting with some of his connections at the Pentagon on the incoming asteroids. And Stan Deyo blows your mind about Planet X and what's about to happen to the Earth. And then we've got, of course, Mark Wages from Wages World. A phenomenal presentation. I didn't know he was this gifted and this tapped in and this knowledgeable. I just did not know he was. It was amazing, really. Now, this is a webinar for the ages. Stan Deyo, Stephen Ben Danoon, Mike from around the world, Mark Wages, and then Marshall Masters. Unbelievable. He proves it. He shows you, he proves it, what they're doing. They're lying to us. This is why these webinars are so important. They are flat lying to us. We're not getting the truth. We don't know what's the real intel. And then Bart Begley does a great documentary that you're going to enjoy. as well as my presentation on the Beast Kingdom Rising. And of course, Mike from around the world will share with you the stone steps and the entire thing, exactly who, what, and where, and the fate of America, the stone steps. So that's all tomorrow night. But what you should do now is get your ticket. Get your ticket for this webinar. You should go right now. You go to my website, go to PaulBegleyProphecy.com and get your ticket now, right now, this evening. Let's get it done so my people can get it into the system and be ready to get you your links by 6 o'clock tomorrow. So let's do it tonight. Whether you're watching this video right now or whether you want to do it tonight during the show I'm interviewing Mike from around the world tonight at 9 p.m. Eastern. If you're not a member of my Patreon channel, get that done right now and go watch the 15-minute interview I just did exclusively with Mike from around the world about Russia, China, and the New World Order and the secret information or information's not been released. I just read to you the whole mainstream media article of what went on between these two world leaders, but you need the rest of the story. You need the real story of what's going on. So, yeah, Planet X, absolutely. You're not looking at Planet X. Yes, we are. Matter of fact, in our Cataclysmic Apocalypse, that's exactly what Stephen Mendanoon, he gives you the latest info from the Pentagon. That's exactly what Stan Deyo does. Oh, my God. And what it means to New Zealand and the world. It's exactly what Mark Wages does. It's exactly what Marshall Masters does. And even Mike from around the world talks about it some, but he talks more about the stones. He gives the whole thing on the stone steps and what it all means and who's involved. And you talk about a cataclysmic event. You talk about cataclysmic apocalypse. It's coming, folks. And the Bible lays it out for you, but now we understand how it comes about. This is unbelievable. So do two things. Go get Patreon, watch this exclusive interview I just did on Patreon with exclusive interview with Mike from around the world. And then go to my website, get your ticket, or pick up the phone and call the number. The first number to call, 765-414-2230. That's 765-414-2230. Or call the other number, 765-414-6299. That's 765-414-6299. Guys, get your ticket. Go to my website at PaulBegleyProphecy.com. Get your ticket. Do it now. Do it right now. So you'll have it out of the way, and you know then that my folks can get it done. They're going to be working feverishly to get all these tickets entered, manually entered, and ready to be released to you at 6 o'clock tomorrow night. So let's do it tonight. Give your life to Jesus Christ, folks. Because we're absolutely, and I'm not joking around, we are absolutely running out of time. I'm going to play one song for you. Wow. I don't think people even understand what's going to happen. I know you don't know, because I didn't know. I didn't know till I heard this Patreon that Mike did and the webinar that will be released tomorrow night. These two pieces of information are critical. The Patreon's amazing, but the information tomorrow night on the webinar will raise the hair on your head for hours. And you will sit there, and when you hear it, you've seen me interview Mike before, but you've never seen me, you've never heard what he's going to, you've never heard in his, oh, no, you haven't heard, you don't know. No. We're praying for people to get saved before it's too late. We're praying for people to get saved before it's too late. Give your life to Jesus Christ.
I'm so scared for this crooked generation. You even find faith in the earth when you bring down revelation. Forgive us now the sins of our youth, worshiping the idols that knew everything but the truth. Teach us how to uncorrupt our minds. Show us now while we still have the time. We need you, Yeshua.
Are you saved?
Holy, holy, hallelujah.
Do it now.
We need you, Yeshua. Holy, holy, hallelujah. We abandon everything to follow you, our King. We throw our gold and silver in the street.
How much will we see before the fire falls? Lord, could this really be the last altar call? We need your blood over the doorposts of our hearts. Anoint us with your fiery love as the praise and worship starts. We need you, Yeshua. Holy, holy, hallelujah.
We need you, Yeshua.
Cataclysmic starts in one day, 24 hours from now.
Hallelujah. We abandoned everything to follow you, our King. We throw our gold and silver in the streets. Oh, we abandoned everything to follow you, our King. We throw our gold and silver in the streets.
Oh, yes.
We abandoned everything to follow you, our King. We throw our gold and silver in the street. We abandoned everything
That's right.
to follow you, our King. We throw our gold and silver in the street.
People are getting their tickets right now. God bless you guys. The webinar starts in 24 hours. It starts at 6 p.m. tomorrow night. Meanwhile, while you're getting your tickets for tomorrow night, if you're already a member of Patreon, rush to Patreon right now, because the video that I just did with Mike from around the world, exclusive video on the Russia-China New World Order. Yes, I read the whole article to you in this video right now since I've been live, but you got to hear the inside story from Mike from around the world exclusively at Patreon. So that's about a 14, 15-minute video. You go there, watch that now, get your ticket for tomorrow night's webinar, and then show back up here at 9 o'clock for my live broadcast with Mike from around the world. It's going to be crazy. The next 24 hours is just going to be insane. Jesus is coming. If you're not saved, I'm going to say this, the most important thing, if you're not saved, give your life to Jesus Christ. Repent of your sins. Call upon the name of the Lord and let Jesus come into your heart and be saved. Become a believer, because I'll tell you, when Christ comes, it's over. When Christ comes, it's too late. You don't. Whatever you do, you do not want to be left behind, or you do not want to die in your sin, because Jesus said, where I'm at, you cannot come. Are you saved?